Mike's Lives car edition. You know, the Sixers. After losing to the Spurs 115 to 102, fully healthy. Victor Wembanyama missed the whole second half. Should I be concerned? We have 3 games left. Right now, I believe we're the 7th seed in the season for the Eastern Conference. Who we got? We got the Rockets, the Bucks, and I forgot the third team we play. But I know we got 3 games left. Should I be concerned? Will we make the playoffs? Even if we make the playoffs, are you confident in the Sixers right now? Do you feel like the Sixers are, do you feel like the Sixers are, good enough to compete? Do you feel like the Sixers are good enough to compete? Hold on, let me brush my hair line down. Do you feel like the Sixers are good enough to compete against any team in the Eastern Conference? Now, I kept saying when healthy we can beat any team in a 7-game series. I said it time and time again, and I still believe that. But I will be honest with you. By the way, hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. We are going live for many Sixer games for the playoffs and the rest of the season. And also, we go live for Phillies games. So if you're feeling the vibes, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Thank you so much. Now, I will admit that I am concerned because the body language for me against the Spurs, how they went down, bro, there's L's and then there's like quitting. I feel like the Sixers quit. I feel like the Sixers quit last night. You know what I mean? What's up? Salute to you, my guy. I feel like the Sixers quit last night. And the body language for me was like, man, I just want this game to be over. Like they didn't really care about losing, even though the game is pretty much a playoff game because, you drop in seeding because you lost to the Spurs. And especially when Victor Wembanyama, what he had like a rib contusion and he didn't play the whole second half. I just feel like the Sixers pretty much said this is gonna be an easy dub, and then when they really had a fight to really get that dub, they was like, oh, I'm not trying to fight that hard enough to get the dub. That's how I looked at it. Maybe I'm wrong from my opinion, but that's how it looked like to me. We had to continuity going into, but yeah, we do. But the problem is, I don't like the vibes right now, bro. Like I don't like the vibes with the Sixers right now, man. The vibes with the Sixers don't look good, bro. And I'm just being honest. Like I said, man, I feel like once they had a fight, like when they had a true battle until the end, even though Victor Wembanyama was hurt, didn't play for the second half, I feel like they was expecting to be easy work. I feel like they was expecting and underestimating the Spurs. And I don't, like I said on my short after the game, I said nobody, especially the Sixers, should underestimate any team, especially when what did the Sixers accomplish? Sixers ain't accomplished anything. We're barely in the playoffs right now. So how can you underestimate anybody? You know what I mean? Yeah, the Hornets are hungry. Everybody's right behind us about to catch us, bro. We drop it in the stands. By the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that like button so we can get this live stream out there so we can talk that talk about if you believe in the Sixers or not. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I believe in the Sixers, but I question my beliefs a little bit in the Sixers because I just feel like the way they lost in yesterday night's game, shout out to Chris Farrell in the building, the way they lost was just, it was different. Their heads were down. Their body language was horrible. They looked like they wasn't ready to compete. And like I said, what have the Sixers accomplished for you to feel like you could beat any team? I don't care if the team hasn't won a single game for this whole entire season. You need to, if you play them in these last 3 games, hypothetically speaking, say we play a team that didn't win any games all season, or they won only 3 games all season. I don't care who we play. You don't underestimate anybody. We need every win. You play your A game. You don't try to make it all that smiling and laughing. Be serious at this point, bro. Like, we about to lose, bro. We about to be not in the playoffs. And at this point, we trying to win a championship, man. Like, this team is starting to make me feel like they don't have that championship mindset, because winning a championship is a mindset thing. And they seem like they're not ready to really compete. They seem like they're not ready to fight to the end. And I'm going to tell you right now, the playoffs ain't like the regular season. These dudes is more physical. The refs are letting these plays, letting the players play more. And I'm going to say this, and I love Joel Embiid. Don't get it twisted. I love Joel Embiid as a player. I think he's a very good player. One of my favorite players in Sixer history, in NBA history. I love his game. One of the most talented players I have ever seen play. But all these, listen, it's okay to, if you get fouled, you go to the free throw line. But it's starting to get annoying that when you put up a shot, you're expecting a foul call every single time, bro. Go shoot the ball to make the shot, not just to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Like, I'm not saying free throws is a bad thing. Go to the free throw line if they foul you, naturally. And I get it. Naturally is also when you're baiting them. I get that. But I don't like the fact that he's expecting a foul call every time he puts up a shot, bro. Go and try to make the midi or the three or post up without expecting a foul call. Stop expecting a foul call every single time you supposedly get fouled. You know what I mean? And then I'm just going to keep it real, because I like Joel Embiid. But some of the times it's like, bro, just dominate. Like, we know you can dominate. Some of the times you go for the foul and they don't call it, and then it just looks like a bad shot. Try to make the dang on shot, bro. And if you get fouled, that's it's an added addition. It's a bonus. That's all I'm saying. Dominate. But yeah, man, are the Sixers hungry enough to make the playoffs? Are the Sixers able to win these next 3 games and make the playoffs? We got the Rockets. You got the Bucks, and I forgot the other team we go against. But it don't even matter. We got to handle business. We got to handle business. I'm tired of feeling like we play down to our competition or we underestimate teams. I want a team that's going to fight to the end. I'm going to give you a perfect example of a team that I want. I want a team like the dang on Pistons. I want a team that's feisty. I want a team that has no quit in them, regardless if they lost their best player or not. I want a team like the Pistons, bro. Fighting to the end, regardless if they're best players in the game. They didn't have Stewart and Kay Cunningham, and they went into Philly and beat the brakes off of us, bro. Just came into Philly and beat the brakes off of us. You know what I mean? I'm just so over. I just want a team that's going to fight for the city. I want a team that's going to fight for Philly. It's going to fight for every Sixer fan all around the world. Us Sixer fans went through too much. We went through the process days, being terrible on purpose. And the 2 first-round picks that we drafted in Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz is not even on the team anymore. The only person that's left from the process days is Joel Embiid, and he wasn't even the 1st overall pick. He was the 3rd overall pick. I just want a team, like, we as a fan base, we've been through too much rocking with this team, going to the games, buying the uniforms, buying the merchandise of the Sixers. They got to do something for us. And at the very least, put their A game, bring their A game every single game. Whether they're going against the Wizards, whether they're going against the worst teams in the NBA, bring your A game. We deserve that. We deserve that much as Sixer fans. We deserve that much. Shout out to Ryan. We deserve that much. We don't deserve a team that, as soon as Victor Wembanyama gets hurt, we're going to act like they don't have no chance of winning. They still got a lot of good players on that team. They still got a lot of dogs on that team. And you underestimated them, and you had a fight amongst yourselves, and they gave and they did. Listen, they gave y'all the business. I ain't gonna sit there and cut. I ain't gonna sit there and cap. They gave the Sixers the business, man. The Spurs, without Victor Wembanyama, destroyed them in that fourth quarter. Absolutely destroyed them. And they was talking trash. So that's back-to-back teams without their best player, and we get beat down against the Pistons and now the Spurs. Unacceptable. Where's the fight? Where is the fight with this team? And every Sixer fan should pretty much feel the same way I'm feeling. I'm sorry to say this, because at the end of the day, we trying to win a championship. And the body language that I seen in this last game isn't a championship mindset. Yes, did they have the talent? Yes. But it's bigger than just having the talent to win a championship. It's the mindset to match the talent. And if they can't match the talent with their mindset, we don't have a chance. We don't have a freaking chance. Barlow needs to be inserted more. Yeah, Barlow brings that energy that we need, man. I didn't like, and another thing, I'm on a big rant right now. The bench, bro. The bench. Quentin Grimes, bro. You got to be more consistent, bro. You got to be more consistent. Quentin Grimes, I wish Justin Edwards got more minutes, but he's not going to get that much minutes because Nick Nurse ain't going to give him that much minutes. He got some minutes last night. Who else am I missing? Dominic Barlow wasn't starting last night. He came off the bench. Who else can step up? Kelly started last night. What they should have done is had Kelly come off the bench. I'm sorry to say this, man. We need Kelly to come off the bench because without Kelly and his bench points, our bench is sorry. And I hate to say it like that, y'all. Our bench is absolutely sorry. Without Kelly Oubre Jr. coming off the bench, our bench is horrible. I remember I was watching the game. They said the Spurs bench had like 24 points, and our bench had like 8 or something like that. I forgot what point of the game it was, bro. I said, oh my gosh, their bench is destroying our bench right now. Destroying our bench. We need to figure out something. Yeah, bro. Barlow only had 16 minutes. Yeah, and Barlow came off the bench, bro. And Barlow, he's not like a scorer, so I'm not expecting Barlow to score like that, but he got to be the starter. He should have been the starter last night, and Kelly should have been coming off the bench. Because I truly believe Kelly's not a starter. I like Kelly. Some players are better just coming off the bench. There's nothing wrong with coming off the bench. And what Kelly did for us yesterday, I got to look at the numbers. It wasn't good enough. VJ wasn't good enough. Oh my gosh, Tyrese Maxey. I don't know what to say about Tyrese. Everybody that's in the building, 6 people in the building. Can I get 6 likes? Everybody, make sure you double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for Sixer games and Phillies games on this channel, play-by-play style with your boy. But give the Tyrese Maxey. Oh my gosh, bro. Tyrese Maxey was bricking for chicken. Just bricking, bro. I don't know what that man was. Listen, I don't know what was going on. I know Castle's a good defender. I know the Spurs got some good defenders. It's not just Victor Wembanyama. But Tyrese Maxey, you got to be better than that, bro. You're the second best player on this team. At one point of the season, they were saying you were the best player on the team. So, therefore, you got to be better than that. Tyrese Maxey, you have to be better than that. You can't be that bad. He was breaking for chicken from the midi. He was missing layups. He was missing threes. I was like, oh my gosh, Tyrese Maxey, why are you so bad in this game, bro? Like, what are you doing? Yes, hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Got to try new things because we cannot rely on Joel. We can't rely all on Joel, man. You can't. You can't. Someone else got to step up. And Paul George was good in the first half. Paul George was good in the first half, and then he was bad in the second half. Tyrese Maxey was bad the whole entire game. VJ Edgecombe just didn't show up offensively all like that. Not consistently. He had a few plays, turnaround middies on Dylan Harper, but he wasn't consistent as well. Our whole team, besides Joel Embiid when it comes to offense, Joel was struggling on offense in the second half as well. In certain points, going for the foul call instead of just going up strong and trying to get the bucket, bro. You're not going to get the foul call every time. But it was like Joel Embiid and nobody else was trying to score besides Paul George in the first half. Everybody else was bricking for chicken. And I hate to say it like that, but everybody else was bricking for chicken the whole entire game. What are your expectations for the Sixers this playoffs? You know what? My expectations is to do something big in the playoffs, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, bro. This last loss, I can understand if you lose to the Spurs. But after Victor Wembanyama didn't play in the second half, okay, the Spurs are still good. You can still lose. But it's the way you lose. It's not about always losing. It's the way you lose. It's the way, if you're losing and you're going down fighting, or are you losing and you're just quitting? Are you quitting on the team? Are you quitting on the fans? Because you're not just quitting on the team. You're quitting on the fan base that cheers for you every single night. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. The body language was horrible. The body language was horrible. What's up, Grizzlies? What's good with you? Maxey inconsistent. Yes. You guys need to trade Joel. He looked slow out there yesterday. He was pretty good for the most part. But yeah, he was slow in certain instances as well. But it wasn't Joel. Joel was not the biggest problem in this game. It definitely wasn't Joel. Joel was playing very good on defense. He had like 4 blocks. He had like 30-something points. He was pretty good for the most part. But the turnovers with Joel was horrible. In certain instances on defense, he was horrible as well. He had some good moments as well. But he was the least of the worries for the Sixers. It was everybody. It was his fault as well why we lost. It was everybody else as well. Tyrese Maxey was the biggest question mark in yesterday's game. I don't know what his numbers look like. I should have wrote it down before I went live. But Tyrese Maxey put up all these shots, or whatever many shots he put up, he was bricking for chicken all game long. He was horrible. 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 Tyrese Maxey got played more aggressive and taking less out. Exactly. Driving to the rim more. I agree with that, Ryan. Honestly, 76ers should trade Embiid when he peaked MVP. Yeah, they probably should have, but we can't do it now. Can't do it now. It's a wrap for that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for that. But Embiid did good, Evan. Embiid was pretty darn good. Yes, I don't know if you watched the whole game yesterday, but he was good in most of the game. He just had moments where he looked bad, but he was pretty good. He had moments. He had some bad moments as well. I'm not saying there were some instances on defense where he just missed his assignment and just let a guy get a layup. I get it, but he was pretty good. It was the second half where he was not as good. He wasn't as dominant in the second half. And that second half is where I want to say the team expected the Spurs to just fold because of Victor Wembanyama not playing. They made it seem like if they just show up on that basketball court in the second half, that they was going to win the game. And that's not the case. The Spurs are the second best team in the Western Conference. The Spurs are one of the best teams in the NBA. And they came out fighting and saying, yeah, we lost Victor Wembanyama for the rest of the game, but guess what? Y'all going to have to show up to beat us. Because we in San Antonio, we're not letting you just come in here in the second half and dominate. And the Sixers didn't expect that fight, and they gave up. That's how I look at it. The Sixers as a whole gave up. From Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, everybody you can name pretty much gave up. Or if they didn't give up, they didn't bring their A game. My 2 cents, if Joel Embiid was healthy, 76ers have a shot winning it all. But the players Embiid can't play every other night. His knee won't allow him. Yeah. I think he can play every other night. He's going to have to. It's the playoffs. Hey, listen, if he can't play every other night, then we're cooked. We're cooked. Can you see him be playing every game in the playoffs until they get knocked off? He has no choice. If I'm gonna say this right now, and you heard it first from your boy Mike, if Embiid doesn't play every game, unless he's seriously hurt, dude, they need to trade him all season. In the all season, trade him. Trade him. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. If he does not play every game in the playoffs, if we even make the playoffs, let's not even say we get into the playoffs yet. We still got 3 games. We could possibly be out. The Hornets are right behind us. The Magic are right behind us, I believe. We are not in the playoffs yet right now, y'all. Well, we could possibly not. We're not officially in the playoffs. But if he doesn't play every single game, bro, we're done. And he has to be traded. If anybody would trade him, anybody would trade for him. What's the point? If you was a GM, would you trade for Joel Embiid if he can't play every postseason game? I'm not. I'm not doing it. Embiid was good, but watching go up and down the court is tough to watch. It looks like he has trouble moving now. Yes, I think he did hurt himself. I'm not sure if you remember the one play. I think he went to go block Victor Wembanyama and he landed wrong and he hurt himself. Yeah. Everybody in the building, everybody in the building, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, please, to get this live stream out there. I got 6 people on and only 3 likes. Show a brother some love. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Sixer game for the rest of the season, and we're going to be going live for Phillies games as well. But just double tap the screen, hit that like button if you haven't already. 76ers better beat Houston Thursday or we in trouble. You ain't lying. Brian said, from feeling great to not again. Yeah. Who are 76ers to 76ers to overlook? Yeah, exactly. That's what I said, bro. I said that in my live stream. You can't look over anybody. The 76ers, you can't look over anybody. You haven't accomplished anything to overlook anybody. You haven't won anything. You haven't accomplished anything. So at this point, every game is a must win. I don't care if the team only won 3 games during the season. If whoever we play for the rest of the season, I know we played the Bucks, we played the Rockets. I forgot the third team we played. We got 3 games left. You can't overlook anybody. I don't care if they don't play their starters. I don't care if it's G League players. If the Sixers overlook anybody, they don't deserve to make the playoffs. Period. For real. We needed the Boston Celtics to win. Yup. Think we have 9 worst case. Yeah. We looking bad, bro. That game was horrible yesterday. We might not even beat a play-in team. This is what happens when you don't improve the team at every deadline. You ain't lying. Hey, listen, T. Miles. You so right, bro. And I feel like they wanted that first-round pick. You got rid of Jared McCain. And I'm not saying Jared McCain would have been like the best for us because he wasn't playing that good when we did. He started to get better. But you gave up Jared McCain for a first-round pick, and you didn't even trade that first-round pick to get any better. You just traded him. You got worse, baby. You got worse at the trade deadline. How do you get worse at the dang on NBA trade deadline, bro? We didn't do anything. Only thing we did was we signed Cameron Payne. What else did we do, y'all? Can y'all help me out? What did we do? What did the Sixers do at the trade deadline or before the trade deadline? Right before the trade deadline, what did we do besides sign Cameron Payne? Who else? What else? We literally got worse than what we was from the start of the season. We got worse. Oh, what year when Embiid started to have injury problems? The overweight. No, bro. He had injury problems when we drafted him, bro. And I say that respectfully. He dropped to the 3rd overall pick because of injuries, bro. He had a back issue. Then he had a foot issue. Embiid has always had injuries. And I'm not trying to come at Embiid. He overcame a lot. I got so much respect for him. But at the same time, bro, I'm trying to win a championship, bro. But yeah, we drafted Embiid 3rd because he was hurt. Embiid would have been the number 1 pick in that draft, bro, if it wasn't for his injuries. Shout out to A. Sixers are getting eliminated in the playoffs and book it. Yeah. Play in. You said play in the play in. Oh, they might. They might. Evan said, so sad to see what has happened to Embiid. I feel bad for Sixer fans. When he won MVP, he was unstoppable. I think he was the best player in the world that year. There was simply no answer getting 35. Yes, facts. That was that was a special year. That was a special year. He said, bring back Ben and Markel. Oh my goodness. He said, bring back Ben Simmons and Markel Fultz. Goodness gracious. Hey, listen. Honestly, Ben Simmons might be able to help us when it comes to rebounding, but that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Maybe a little bit of defense. Maxey isn't playing like it's... No, he's not, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because of his finger injury. I don't know what's going on with Maxey, but he was horrible last night, bro. In mid-post, you had to double that mid-range, was unstoppable, or he was going to bulldoze. Yeah, exactly. My whole thing with Joel Embiid is he's going for the foul instead of trying to get the bucket, bro. He's going for the foul instead of trying to get the bucket. If you get the foul when you try to, score, it's like he's not trying to score, he's just trying to get the foul call. Bro, go for the score, and then the foul, so you could potentially get an and one. The foul is an extra bonus, bro. Don't expect to get the foul call every time because you're a star in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, the playoffs is more physical. So they're not going to give you the call every time. They're not going to give you the call. Go for the bucket. Jokic beat Victor Wembanyama. Hey, listen, I can see that. I can see that in the playoffs too. I got the Nuggets as a dark horse team. Everybody's talking about the Thunder. I think the Rockets could be a hard out. I think the Nuggets is a favorite. What's my other team? Spurs could be a good team. What's the other team, y'all? The Thunder, the Spurs, the Rockets. I don't think the Timberwolves are doing anything. I like the Timberwolves. I love Ant-Man, but they don't have enough. Timberwolves. Who else? The Suns. I know they're a playoff team. I don't think the Suns have enough, respectfully speaking. I love Devin Booker. I love what they got on that team, but they don't have enough. I like Green, what he's doing on that team. They don't have enough. I think the Nuggets could definitely come out the West, bro. The Rockets could come out the West. The Spurs could come out the West. The Thunder, of course, could come out the freaking West is crazy, bro. And that's why I'm so mad about the Sixers, because I don't think the East is that good. Like, the East is good, but it's not like the West, bro. I'm talking about overall. Like, the top East teams could beat any of the top West teams, and that's just my opinion. But I'm talking about, like, overall, the Western Conference playoffs from 1 to 8 is really, really good, right? It's not really the same thing with the East, but the East is much better, especially since Jason Tatum came back for the Celtics. The Pistons look good, and hopefully Cade Cunningham comes back healthy. The Cavs will be a hard out as well. The Knicks will be a hard out. I'm not really scared of the Raptors. The Hawks is going to be a hard out as well, bro. Don't sleep on the Hawks. Like, the Eastern Conference is not as bad, but they're not up there with the Western Conference as a whole, in my opinion. Nyxton and Butler was fired. That started. Yes, that's true. If your name isn't OKC, Spurs, Pistons, Boston, Knicks, Nuggets, you have no excuse to be a bad effort. That's true. That's true, Aiden. For extending Butler, yeah, we messed up with that. You ain't lying. 76ers have nice young core. Build around young core, and you all can be like Celtics in a few years. You know, the problem is this. This is the problem. You gave contracts to 2 players. You gave a big contract to Paul George. You gave a big contract extension to Joel Embiid. How you going to get them off the roster? That's the issue we have. How are you going to get them off the roster? If we don't do something this year, bro, you got to try to get rid of both of them, bro. I love Joel Embiid as a player. I really do. But you got to try to trade him. Trade him to the Lakers. Something. Tyrese Maxey doesn't like playing the Spurs and not. Yeah, but he got to do better. Like I know the Spurs got some dogs on defense, bro. But come on, bro. I know Castle and I know they got some dogs. But listen, Fox don't got that good a defense. What you talking about, Fox? He should be able to attack Fox every time Fox is sticking him and guarding him. He needs to attack Fox and get some dang on points or something. Come on, bro. Like Maxie not getting no excuse for me, bro. Yes, when Castle's guarding him, okay, it's gonna be a hard matchup. But at the end of the day, you're Tyrese Maxey. You had a great season overall. We needed you in the worst way against the Spurs, and you did not show up. You did not show up. You was missing layups. You was missing middies. You was missing threes. You was turning the ball over a little bit. He wasn't playing the best defense. Hey, listen, overall game, Tyrese Maxey was not good. He was not good. He has to have a bounce back game against the Rockets, or we're going to lose to the Rockets as well. Let me say this right now. If Tyrese Maxey does not have a better game, we're losing to the Rockets. We're losing to the Rockets. Joel Embiid has to play good, or we're losing to the Rockets. VJ Edgecombe has to play good, or we're losing to the Rockets. Paul George has to play good, or we're losing to the Rockets. Barlow needs to be the starter. That's my opinion. Kelly Oubre Jr. needs to come off the bench. That's my opinion. Tyrese Maxey doesn't like. Oh, I read that. So true on Butler. We would have been great. Yeah, man. Honestly, Mike, our team is so bad because we have so many guys that no one else wanted. Kelly. I love Kelly, though. Kelly's a good pickup, though. Was also out of the NBA until we gave him a contract. Walker, Payne. I like Payne. Barlow, that's a good one. But I always look at it like this. I get what you're saying. I get your point. But just because other teams didn't want him doesn't mean he can't plan out for us. Just like when we let go players that we didn't want, they plan out to be good on other teams. What's the one boy that's on the Spurs right now? We let him go. Julian Campani or whatever his name is. He's been amazing for the Spurs. So just because a team doesn't want him doesn't necessarily mean that he's not good. He might not be good for that one team. But I will admit, like, the Walker, I'm not really feeling that. Watford, I'm not really feeling the Watford pickup as well. I do like Cameron Payne in certain moments, depending on who we go against, because you got to get the ball out of Tyrese Maxey's hands a little bit, give him a break. You have to, like, you can't just rely on Quentin Grimes to handle the ball because his passing. You remember the one pass he tried to give it to Joel Embiid? And it was like one of the worst passes, bro. Joel Embiid was posting up. I forgot who it was. Was it Victor Wembanyama? I don't know who it was. And he threw the worst pass, bro. I'm like, yo, Quentin Grimes, you can't be you can't be that bad, bro. You can't be that horrible trying to get the ball to Joel Embiid in the post, bro. Like, Cameron Payne, I think, will be a better passer to get the ball to Joel Embiid in the spots that he likes than Quentin Grimes. But I like Cameron Payne, but he's not. This is what I wanted. Can y'all know, if y'all new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But y'all know I've been saying this. Who did I want? I wanted Bobby Portis. Y'all know I wanted Bobby Portis from the Bucks. Who else did I want? I wanted Sadiq from the Pelicans. I wanted Sadiq Bey, and I wanted Bobby Portis. We didn't do none of them. If we would have got one of those players, we would be in a whole different situation, because Bobby Portis, I don't care about his age, he's a straight up dog. Sadiq Bey, oh my goodness, we could have gave up the first round pick and got him. He'll be a future good player for us. He's really good now, in my opinion. He's just on a bad team. If we would have went and got Sadiq Bey and Bobby Portis, bro, we would have been on point, bro. You could have had either Sadiq Bey starting or come off the bench. Probably starting. How tall is Sadiq Bey? Bobby Portis could have came. He could have been a starter. You could have replaced Barlow with Bobby Portis, bro. Imagine having Bobby Portis as your power forward instead of Dominic Barlow. I'm not trying to hate on Dominic Barlow, but Bobby Portis is a better player. Let's keep it real. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the midi. He's a dog. He can get the rebounds. He don't play no games. He's physical. He brings that physicality that we need. Hey, listen, he hustles. we would have been on point. What did we do? Not a dang on thing. Sadiq Bey. Not only Sadiq Bey can get buckets, he can shoot the midi. He's a streaky shooter from three. He has handle. He can drive to the rim. He plays pretty darn solid, good defense. He can. He's another good facilitator as well. Why didn't we try to go get Sadiq Bey? You can look it up on this channel. Look up Sadiq Bey, Mike Sports Buzz. I was talking about Sadiq Bey and Bobby Portis, bro. Those are the players I've been wanting on this team. That would have been a perfect pickup. Forget those first round picks. We trying to win a championship this year. Forget them. You trade Jared McCain for a first round pick, flip that, go get Bobby Portis or Sadiq Bey. You could have got Sadiq Bey. What the Bucks want for Bobby Portis? We'll give you who you want. Besides the big four, who you want? We could have made it happen, bro. We could have made it happen. I still believe we can make a run with health. Our five can do it. Yeah, we can. You're right. I think we can. The West is a dang dog fight right now. You ain't lying. Yes, hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. We are going live for the rest of the Sixers games this season in playoffs, and we're going live for Phillies games as well. Forget about the contract for PG. Stupid decision. Fire GM. Yeah, that's true. That PG contract is you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. That's why it's like I get. We all say trade these players, but it's easier said than done. When you got these giant contracts, bro, it's so much harder to do it, bro. It's so much harder. Massey is nice, but he isn't a superstar. I agree. I agree with you. He's an all-star, though. He's an all-star, but he's not a superstar. He's a star, but he's not a superstar. 76ers never has a great bench. They don't score enough points. Yeah, we should have went for Bobby Portis and Sadiq Bey, bro. What are the Sixers doing, bro? Like when teams go on runs because the bench don't get no reason. Exactly. I want Jaren Jackson Jr. when Memphis was having the fire sale. Ooh, that would have been nice too. But I would have gave up first round picks for him. If we had Bobby Portis, then Embiid could sit out more often, fresh for the players. Yeah, bro. Bobby Portis would have been the perfect power forward though. And of course, when we play small, have him at center. But I'm so irritated by why we didn't make any moves, bro. We ain't make any moves, bro. We ain't make no moves. And it's frustrating, bro. Sixers didn't make any moves, bro. Like, we literally got worse by trading Jared McCain. We didn't do anything. We got a first-round pick, and that first-round pick better playing out to be good. That 2026 first-round pick, he better turn out to be good, bro. That's all I got to say, bro. For real. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. All in all, I'm going to just say this. I'm still optimistic for the season, for the playoffs, but they got to take one game at a time, and we're not in the playoffs right now. We're not. It's not guaranteed, I'll say. We're the 7th seed. We're going to end up being a play-in team at the rate that we're going. It is not a guarantee. But what I will say is this. This is the year. If they don't do nothing this year, big changes need to be made. And you know what I'm talking about. Joel Embiid, Paul George, coach needs to be fired. GM needs to be fired. Everybody. Fire everybody. Fire absolutely everybody. And that's my honest opinion. We better get to the playoffs. We better make some noise in the playoffs. We better get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And we better make some noise. That's all I got to say. Let's go Sixers. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm about to get off. I'm going to read a couple more comments. Joel Knee is killing us, and he great but missed games. Yeah, that's a true fact, Aiden. Like the knees, it catches up. I agree, bro. Definitely agree with that statement. As a Spurs fan, I feel bad for Philly fans. Y'all deserve better. I loved your guys' team with Butler, Simmons, and B. Tobias. Really thought Sixers was future in 2018. Oh man, you're a Spurs fan. You know what's so crazy? Like, if it wasn't for the Sixers, I'd probably be a Spurs fan. And I would be a Spurs fan because of one of my favorite players of all time is Tim Duncan. Absolutely love Tim Duncan. Out of all the players I'll take his autograph, and I know it's probably not going to be worth more than Michael Jordan's autograph. I'll take Tim Duncan's autograph over Michael Jordan's, over LeBron James, over any of those autographs, bro. Like, I'm a big Tim Duncan guy. He's one of the most underrated, underappreciated players in NBA history. Just because he wasn't dunking on a lot of people, he don't have the flashy plays like that. People, I don't know what people think, but the man won, and he was great all the way to the end. And the Spurs won those championships. He was the biggest reason why. Great coach. Of course, they had Ginobili, Tony Parker, Leonard later in his career, but they won a lot of those championships because of him. So shout out to Timmy D, man. Tim Duncan, man. Great. What more important than a new coach or GM is current ownership selling? Oh my gosh, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. Hey, you 100% facts with that, bro. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. Have a wonderful day, and God bless to everybody. Peace. Hold on, read this last comment. Not a better fan base than us, Spurs fan base. You go to the game, you will never see our fans heckling other teams' players. Hey, listen. I don't mind that. But what I will say is keep it respectful. That's all I say. I don't mind fans talking trash to other teams, but I just keep it respectful. That's all. Peace out, everybody. God bless, and I'm out. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. If you know anybody that likes good vibes, good energy, we go live for Phillies games and Sixer games. And I'm out, y'all. Guys, I agree with you with that. All right, appreciate you, bro. I'm out. Let's go, baby.